Welcome to In the Streets. I'm that boy UG. Thousands of NBA fans trying to get Biden to release NBA YoungBoy. Another Casanova Gorilla Stone gang member, Brandon, accepted a plea. Rich the Kid woke off the Academics podcast. And King Von Shooter, Lil Tim, was arrested in a high speed chase. We have these stories right after this break. People remember to go like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You know what I mean? We're going to keep it popping. We're going to keep it moving. Yeah, so y'all know my boy NBA YoungBoy is still in jail. You know what I mean? His album's supposed to drop today, but thousands of NBA fans demand Joe Biden to free the rapper by signing a petition asking for his release from jail. The site is called change.org. The petition labels Joe Biden needs to free NBA YoungBoy and he has received over 37,000 signatures already. They trying to get 50,000 signatures. You know what I mean? To grant a release. So he's like they asking President Biden if he could release NBA YoungBoy. This would be a life changing historical event because I don't think this happened too many times before where a rapper was released by the president. But fans would like for him to be released so he could be with his family, also to do live shows. Plus, he got his album. Like I said, his album dropped today. Um, what I mean? The petition reads 21-year-old 79 RIAA certified holder isn't a menace to society, but instead a kind hearted soul who's been mistreated and targeted by the FBI and the Louisiana Police Department. Fans would like for him to be freed for his upcoming album, Sincerely Cantrell, which will be dropping September 24th, which is today. NBA was arrested by the FBI agents in March after he fled LAPD at a traffic stop. He was wanted on outstanding warrant for federal weapons charges in Baton Rouge, which is his hometown. He was also indicted for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of an unregistered firearm. He pled not guilty on the charges. He's currently in jail in Martinville, Louisiana, but the judge decided that she's not going to give him bail to let him stay in jail until his trial. So, like I said, his fans they trying to get this petition thing going. You know what I mean? To see if President Biden would free him up. I mean, NBA YoungBoy is my boy. I'm a big fan of his. I like his music. You know what I mean? But I really doubt that's gonna happen. President Biden is not gonna free him up like that. You know what I mean? I'm just being real, people. I don't want nobody to hate on me because I'm saying this. I'm just keeping it real. President Biden's not gonna do it. That's a real far fetched thing. You know what I mean? That could significantly impact President Biden's political career, and I don't think he's willing to take that risk to do that. You know what I mean? I'm wishing NBA YoungBoy the best of luck, man. I hope he get a chance to touch road because you know what I mean. Like I said, his album dropped. He also had a child that was recently born or is on the way still. I'm not quite sure about that, but you know what I mean. We would like for this boy to touch road, man. Like I said, I'm a big fan of his. I like his music. You know what I mean. And NBA, man, I don't think you can see this, but just keep your head up, man. Hopefully you're gonna touch road soon, man. All right, so now Casanova Gorilla Stone member was Brenton Untouchable Dot Neves has taken a plea. Um, Casanova and 17 others of the Gorilla Stone Nation gang were named in an indictment following their arrests in December 2020. Charges from attempted murder, racketeering, assault, fraud, and one of the members, Brandon Untouchable Neves, he's reportedly taking a plea deal, which is expected. He's expected to plead guilty in November. Prosecutors said Brandon is a co-godfather of the gang. Brandon was also reportedly caught on wiretaps with two other members of the gang, plotting to stab anyone who violated the rules while locked up, along with other allegated Guerrilla Stone member Ahmed Amo Walker. Brandon was allegedly recorded talking about selling drugs and other gang activities. Brandon, who has been on probation since 2015, for ordering a prison stabbing for the gang. He faces a minimum of 15 years in prison if convicted on these charges of racketeering, narcotics, possession of firearms. Brandon plans to plead guilty on November 18th at his next court date in the White Plains courthouse. Also in July, another affiliated of Casanova, Brandon Stacks Sato, who was also named in the indictment, learned he could be possibly facing the death penalty. Prosecutors claimed that Soto participated in the murder of a 15-year-old Janelle Jones in September 2020. So, yeah, a lot of these people from this gang is starting to take deals because they know that to um, to take this thing to trial, they're gonna be facing some big numbers. I mean, 15 is still big numbers, but it's better than life. I made a video about this earlier where I said that I didn't know if this man was snitching. Somebody took offense to that, saying, "Yo, you can still snitch and be in prison." That I totally know. That I totally agree with. The dude that set me up was in prison with me. He just got smaller numbers than me. You know what I mean? And I'm talking about my personal life now. You know what I mean? So I do know this, but like I said, I appreciate every fans and I appreciate every viewers and their comments and their support. But it's one thing that I did take offense to was this dude calling me out of my street credits, telling me I don't know nothing about the streets. I've been running the streets since I was 14 years old. I did my dirt. I paid my dues. You know, I don't need to go into specific of my life. 'Cause it's not this is not about my life. But I'm just letting people know when you see me put up in the streets is because I was a part of the streets. I know what I'm talking about. I've been there and done that. You know what I mean? But yeah, so this dude he's gonna accept a plea in November. And I heard that a couple more of the members are planning to accept pleas also. You know what I mean? As far as Casanova snitching, Troy Ave said he's snitching. I don't know. I didn't see no paperwork to confirm that, so I'm not gonna label snitch on this man. He can be snitching. He cannot be snitching. I don't know. All right. So now Rich the Kid, he walks out on Academics podcast earlier this week. Rich the Kid was uncomfortable on the podcast from the get go. We all academics talked about awkward subject matters that Rich the Kid didn't want to talk about. Rich the Kid said that I like to promote my music, my artist, my label, my album, um, his um, his clothing line or whatever that was. He was clearly getting frustrated at the direction that the interview was headed. He said, I got a skateboard that just dropped, asking academics, did he see it? Academics quickly shut it down by saying, yeah, we're going to talk about that in that part of the segment. Don't worry. Academics started asking Rich the Kid about calling out Interscope Records, saying why you called him out if you were the boss. He also said, I have to ask these questions. People want answers to these questions. Academically also asked Rich the Kid about his friendship with NBA Youngboy, who is currently locked up. Then briefly talked about his upcoming album, Rich the Kid's upcoming album, saying this is the promotion aspect, right? Well, we're gonna keep it going. But then quickly changed the subject to these by saying these questions are really I really got to I really got to get answers to. You can answer if you want to or not. You know what I mean? He tried to ask him about his home invasion by saying on a serious note, I see some shit like home invasion, this, that, and the third. Are you good? At this point, Rich the Kid got frustrated enough that he just got up and woke off the podcast. Um, People, everybody know that academics he he does things for his fans. He does things to get a good reaction out of people. He does things to get deep into certain interview matters. I mean, that's a good interview because you want to find out certain questions. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna knock his hustle for that. You know what I mean? But he has a tendency of trying to push his people that he's interviewing to a limit that they're uncomfortable on his show. And that's why Rich the Kid got upset and walked off the show, you know what I mean? But he does have an album dropping. Um I'm not trying to promote this thing because I really listen to Rich the Kid, I'm be honest with y'all. People, I love hip hop. but it's a few artists. I'm an old school hip hop. I'm a Biggie, Tupac, Nas, Wu Tang. I'm an old school era kind of guy. You know what I mean? Yeah. So now, King Von shooter Lil Tim was arrested after a high-speed chase in Georgia. After King Von shooting death in Atlanta in November 2020, Lil Tim was arrested for the shooting where he was also shot. But on September 22nd, Lil Tim was arrested after an alleged high-speed chase in Chapman County. The Chapman County Sheriff Department says Leaks is facing several charges, including failing to stop at a stop sign, speeding, fleeing, and attempting to elude the police. No bond was set yet. We don't have, well, I should say, I don't have the full story on this. I'm going to try to get the full story on this so we can talk about this in another video. But yeah, according to the police report, Lil Tim is facing a lot of charges, and he already got that because he was already out on bail for the King Von shooting. So we're gonna get some more information on that Hitchai in a later video with this information. But as of right now, it doesn't look good. More than likely, his bond will be revoked for these new charges. Um, yeah, so we're gonna get some more information on this and then hit y'all with a different video, let y'all know what's good with that. So people, like I said, go subscribe, hit that notification bell. This is In the Streets, and I'm your boy UG.